All right, so I'm working on some properties today, two different ones. One of them's like directly across the street from my house. As I, the first moment that I have to like sit down for a second because I'm just waiting for a piece of glass, plexiglass that was being cut to be ordered. Sit down with my buddy, lives across the street on his front porch, and guy walks up across the street and says, "Mike Barden." But the way he said it was like a cop would say your name. And I was like, am I about to get arrested for some bullshit that I don't know about? Or like, am I gonna get served? Or and I was like, what? Who are you? I'm sitting there on the front porch with my friend across the street from my house. And I was like, who are you? He's like, I'm a TI, Ochu. And I was like, I'm trying to go back through all the, like hundreds of thousands of people that I've seen comment on stuff. I don't remember having conversation with Ochu, whatever, this is like a split second thing. And I was like, he goes, I follow you on YouTube. And, you showed videos of your house and stuff. So, I found it and I just wanted to come by, and I was like, and the guy, I was in the military for 14 years, right? So you kind of tell somebody else that seems like at least that they've been in the military or like a cop or something like that. So this is my first gut feeling is like, dude, this guy's here messing with me. He's like, I'm a TI, man. And I go, all right, well, lift up your shirt, show me you don't have a gun. Which, if you're a TI and you have your gun rights, you should have a gun. So I thought about that part afterwards, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm like shaking this guy down for having a gun when if he has one, he's a cop, two, he's a TI that just needs a gun to protect himself. But yeah, it was like this weird, awkward kind of standoff thing. He was like, yeah, man, I was just driving across the country, and I wanted to stop and talk, and I was like, oh, dude, I can't do this every single time. It's like a setup or some kind of like trying to rope me into something to like make me look bad or I don't know. I mean, just I've documented this since 2017. It's been a lot of times. Anyway, and the guy goes, okay, well, isn't that your house right there? And I was like, man, you're asking a lot of questions right now that I don't really like. And he was like, well, you put your, where do you live? And you told people to come by. But when I made that video, and I was like, I was pissed because people were threatening me. And I was like, here's where I live. Come get some. Like, my last name is on the front of my house. That wasn't like a friendly invite to just like randomly show up if we haven't had like a conversation, phone call. There was no like interaction between us. And so, yeah, man, that was a little bit sketchy. If you're legit a TI and you were reaching out for some help, that was like a very untactful way to go about doing it, especially the way that you said my name. You said it like the way that somebody is, like if somebody's being served or a cop or, not that, obviously I don't hate all cops, but, some of them with a vested interest to wrangle somebody. Anyway, something like that hadn't happened in a while. When I say a while, for me, it's, anyway, pretty recent. But I just made a video this morning. I haven't been making videos. I've been posting, resharing stuff, but I made a video this morning about Jesse Beltran, the retired Sacramento firefighter paramedic who became the expert on radio frequency identification and nanotechnology, and who I've had a personal conversation with. Got the guy's phone number in my phone. He was supposed to go to Arizona and scan me. I got set up and arrested before that. Well, I can't remember the timeline. I can't remember I think that's what it was. Anyway, long story short, he didn't end up coming out to Arizona, and I didn't get scanned. So, but he was on Alex Jones a couple days ago explaining the whole people being shipped process, how it's mostly, or not mostly, but military and government have like a certain chip pattern, and then like civilians have like a different type of chip pattern. where they're located in the body, and he showed how he scans them, and like explained a bunch of stuff that I've explained before too, over and over and over again. And so it was like I did that video this morning, and then I have a guy just show up randomly who I've never met before, never had a conversation with. Well, I might have interacted during like a live or something like that, you know, like one of the like podcast kind of thing that I've done, and that person may have thought that I would remember their username. I forgot 2 of my tools across the street today. Okay, I have PTSD. I have like short-term memory loss because of this shit. The Havana syndrome, the like the 4 car crashes that I've been in. You know, I've had concussions. It goes on and on. So, I mean, I'm good. I'm solid mentally. It's just that I can't remember a username from. But I've talked to a lot of people over the years. So, dude, if you were actually a targeted individual, you know, my goal is to help myself and all other targeted individuals who are experiencing non-judicial punishment, you know, through unconstitutional targeting methods. I'm doing everything I can to help, but there's only so much I can do. And man, Charlie Kirk just got shot. That's a whole nother talk show, that whole thing. Who knows what's going on with that? But anyway, there's crazy shit going on. I asked you to lift your shirt up, and you're like, fuck, man. I don't know. It's just a conundrum. It's a conundrum. And yes, West Virginia is a constitutional carry state. Every state is a constitutional carry state. By the way, to answer your question, there's some states that'll still try to fight you on that, but that's coming. 7 minutes, 17 seconds.